Hi everyone, I hope you well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into XRP. Big up the CoinsKid crew, okay? So right now XRP, look at that big ABC correction right there. You could say, okay, well this is impulsive here, okay, and we've got this big ABC correction, and right now we're looking to break impulsive again. So you could say that's a scenario for XRP that we've come up with. Had this irregular ABC correction, okay, which is a correction to that high, basically, and then you're coming back down, you're coiling up, and you're looking for this continuation. So, you know, there is bullish patterns and there is bearish patterns just there for XRP, and this is why you've got to come to your charts, okay, and draw your trend lines. Right now there's been a few bullish patterns here in this little mini downtrend we got coming down. You've got the falling wedge broken out, met the support, boom, job done. Then you got this mini cup and handle, there's your channel, broke out, met the technical target, came back in a falling wedge, and then you broke out again. And where have you ran into resistance? This high here, okay? So you've got this large sort of cup and handle pattern, and you're starting to come back and you're creating this kind of zigzag channel, basically an inverse head and shoulders pattern just here for XRP. I'll show you, you've got this level of resistance right there for XRP, which is still potentially part of this handle for this larger cup and handle pattern. Do you see that? So, you know, it's all about support and resistance. Right now this is a key resistance just there, okay, but there could be a primary resistance to that, and the break could be this one, because if you do start to take out that resistance, what you've got here is an inverse head and shoulders pattern like this, okay, which is a reversal pattern. And if you start to break that resistance, your technical target from there to there, if you start to break this level of resistance just there, okay, would be greater than that. So again, obviously, you know, if you do break, it is a big if as well, because there is a bearish pattern there. I'm going to show you. I'm going to teach you how to spot all patterns. Okay, it's all about resistance and support, and you do start to see these weird little patterns. I don't know how it all works. It's compression, it's expansion, and things like that. But you coil up, whether you're coming down or going up, it don't matter. You know, you compress, and then you always see sort of resistance like here. Look, you're coming down, compressing. Expansion, coming here, compression, expansion, okay, and that's how it all works. Okay, you're coming down here, you're holding support, you run into resistance, and at some point you get really low to the support. Like I said to you, the support's down here, primary support, and then you break. Okay, so again, you know, if you'd have lost that, you're coming down, you're invalidating this bullish pattern right there. So, you know, again, here you've got this big massive cup, and you're coming back in this kind of pattern, which essentially is still part of the handle. Okay, you see that? So okay, you've got that channel just there. So if XRP comes down like that, comes up and gets rejected here and comes down, you would negate this inverse head and shoulders pattern because you're losing this high. Do you see that? But then you could still be in this channel where you don't lose that low, like this channel here where you never lost this low, and with that you've got a larger cup and handle pattern. You've got this channel coming back like that, providing you don't lose the hole, you're still at the low, sorry, you're still in this pattern basically. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say to you the lows are really important. You must hold them to validate any kind of patterns, or highs you take them out to validate any negative patterns. So right now there is a negative pattern. I'll show you, because there's all sorts of negative patterns, you know, bearish patterns and bullish patterns. I can spot them all, you know, and this is what I teach you on the channel. So right here there is potentially a trend line. Let me show you just here. This is a neckline of a potential head and shoulders pattern. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So keep an eye on this going forward, you know, because obviously we all want it to break out and come upstairs, but fantastic. But right here, if we do start to validate this head and shoulders pattern, we're going to lose this low, which is your primary low of this large cup and handle pattern, where potentially coming back, creating this channel like this, okay? And potentially right now you've got this inverse and shoulders pattern, like I said to you. It's all about this resistance here. Okay, so I'll try and teach you everything I can, but you've got to come to the charts and play with the charts and draw the lines and mess yourself so you can see these things that I'll talk about in the channel every day. So what we've got here is a potential head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish breakdown pattern, and it will have a technical target if you do break down. So just there, there's a potential left shoulder with a neckline, then you've got your head, then you've got the right shoulder just there, okay, that you're forming right now, and you're potentially coming back. So if that does start to roll here for XRP, you get rejected off this trend line. See this resistance of a potential inverse head and shoulders, okay, within a larger potential head and shoulders like this. If you do start to see XRP get resistance there, starts to roll again and comes back down and loses this trend line, for me you are validating a head and shoulders pattern, which would see you lose that low. Do you understand? And this is why you act accordingly. It's all about support and resistance. So from there to there would be the target, and that's how you work it out. So you could say, okay, well, if XRP does come down and it does lose that low just there and starts to close below that 0.3145, for me you would be in a head and shoulders pattern target, and your breakdown target would be this. With that you could say, okay, well, we're retracing deeper than we anticipate here to this low that we put in June. Okay, so we've come up impulsively and we've got all this sort of correction going on back down to this low. Okay, we must hold that low that we put in June the 18th, you know, and if we do start to do that, you know, there is a possibility, like I said to you yesterday, what you've got is a large double M top pattern here. So this particular breakdown could start to say, okay, well, we're actually going to come deeper than this technical target. We're going to retrace all the way back down to this target here, okay, for XRP. So that's basically, you know, it is what it is. You know, I wish I could tell you conclusively 100% you're going to do this, you're going to break out to the upside, but I try and spot all the little patterns I can and educate you as best as I can, so you can take that information and do with it what you want, you know, trade or whatever you want to do, you know, and spot these little breakout patterns, and you can trade them all on Bybit or BitGet. The link is in each and every single video description, okay, of every single video that I upload. So the bullish scenario right now is XRP breaks this level of resistance. So come to your charts, draw this resistance, okay, because if you do start to see XRP break that, then for me what you've got, you're confirming a bullish pattern, which is an inverse head and shoulders pattern like this, breaking this trend line head, okay, and then you would be, in my opinion, in a technical target which sees you take out this neckline of this beautiful cup and handle pattern which you're potentially forming like this. You come back creating this channel, create this inverse head and channel, inverse head and shoulders on the resistance of the channel, and then you're breaking out, and you would be in that target just there for XRP at around about 0.3385 going forward. So yeah, keep an eye on that. You know, I wish I could tell you 100% you're going to do that. You know, you're going to break out in this head and shoulders pattern or inverse head and shoulders pattern, but it's all about support and resistance. So right now, key support, that's negative if you see XRP come down and lose it, and then it's your key resistance, this trend line, because this is giving the game away to a break of an inverse head and shoulders pattern potentially to the upside. So what I think you've done here for XRP, if we drop that head and shoulders pattern out, this is a key low at the moment. You see this low, like I said to you, that's a key low because it's a potential low of a double M top pattern if you do start to roll and come down, but it's also the low from which you've broken. Okay, you've come back up and right now you retrace. This is retracement to this low. Okay, so let me take a look at this for you. From there to there is where you retrace to, and you can see you've come all the way down to the 702 fib, which is a nominal retracement level. So this here, this is a key low, this is your key high, and what you're doing, you're retracing back up to this high. So if you break it, not only are you going to be in a pattern target of an inverse head and shoulders, okay, you're equally going to be in a Fibonacci target to the upside of a minimal 1618, which I've taught you as well. So you could say, okay, well, we're going to be on the 1618 at bare minimal, which is 0314. So, you know, it's all about this high, again, this high, but the precursor to breaking it is breaking out of a bullish pattern here, which is an inverse head and shoulders pattern like that. You start to take out that, you can see, okay, well, you ran into resistance just there, there's a 786 fib. Do you see that? Which is a really nominal strong level of support, resistance, sorry. So you have ran into that, and right now you're coming back like this, and you're cooling up. Now, if you do start to roll, obviously, you're going to come down and retest that low, and you sweep it. You're looking at an impulsive move to the downside. Do you understand? And the way you can measure that as well, again, is using Fibonacci. So, you know, it's all a game of Fibonacci and support and resistance. So this is your high, and this is your low. And if you start to come down and you lose this one fib at 031, you can see how you're going to roll and put the impulsive move to the downside, and that again would be a minimal target, the 1618 at 0340, and you would be losing that low, which would validate this head and shoulders pattern coming down like that. Lose that low, you're going to be an impulsive move target, and you're going to be losing that low, which is a big massive low, because then you can drop your fibs on again without trying to find patterns and targets and things like that. Just use your fibs, and you could say, okay, well, what we've got here is this is your high there, and then this is your low. What you're doing, you've come up and you're retracing back to the low. Okay, you came all the way down to 702. Like I've said to you, this is an impulsive move. This is a corrective ABC. You can see ABC zigzag back down to 702 fib, calling up, looking for the continuation. If you don't get a continuation, you're looking to continue to the downside. You start to come down and take out the one fib. Again, you've got minimal targets down here, the 1618. So it's all Fibonacci and support and resistance. Do you understand that? You know, come to your charts, play with the fibs. There is a tutorial link in each and every single video description that shows you how to set up your charts, like I do. Okay, so you enjoyed that update. I'll try and be as educational as I can and just, you know, teach you things. And obviously I've taught you about the RSI as well. That's a massive indicator. Click your chart to drop it in, and you can spot bearish and bullish divergences. For example, here we're creating this bearish divergence because you've got a high there and you've got a higher high, and then the RSI you've got a high and then you've got a lower high. So that's called a bearish divergence, and you can see, look at the power when we confirm that by a bearish divergence. We actually rolled. We didn't get all the way to the oversold trajectory though. Okay, so if you do start to see XRP roll again, if it's in the oversold and you're just simply retracing, okay, and you don't lose that neckline, it could be a good little spot to go long with really tight stop loss. And you could say you got this left shoulder, head, big right shoulder, break that resistance, boom, you know. Get the RSI into your charts because it's really good to identify, you know, bullish and bearish divergences, and that can trade against you as well, trade for you, sorry. Hope you enjoyed that little update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.